Mariela from the Functional Company. All right, so today I want to talk about why fat is so important for a developing child, a developing kid, okay? So I'm talking about anyone from newborn all the way until really old age, but right now we're just talking about kids, right? Because one of the things that fat does, I just kind of want to explain this, is so important, is that it helps to transport minerals into the cells, which helps assimilate all of the minerals, and it helps to calm the kid down, calm the nervous system down. Another thing that fat does is that it helps to develop the bones, helps them just grow. In particular, we have a vitamin K2, which is very important for bone development, and you'll find that in good, abundant quantities in animal fats. And so that's why it's very important to eat healthy fats and animal fats from a good source, well-treated animal throughout the developing ages. This is something we've been told to avoid. Fat is supposedly bad for us. If you think that's the case, go back to my earlier episodes. I have a lot to say regarding fat and how really we have been misinformed on that subject. But it's definitely, if it's a shocker like it was to me when I first learned it, I highly recommend for you to go check out those videos. So here's one of the most important things of why fat is so important. When a kid starts going to school, he starts to, a lot of kids start to get this hyperactivity, restlessness, irritability, you know, this fussiness that happens, and sometimes a nervousness, lack of focus, etc. And this usually is to some degree because the blood sugar is going out of whack. They're eating way too many carbohydrates, cereals, juices, candies, too many fruits, etc. And so it's causing the blood sugar to go out of whack. So what we need to do is control the overall carbohydrates. They will be able to eat more than an adult body will, but they need to be nourished with fats, because the fats will create that sense of satiety, right? Like they will feel satisfied. The body will feel like, wow, I'm not hungry. I actually feel calm. The nervous system starts to get grounded, and the minerals can be utilized. So you notice that for a kid, it's actually very intuitive, right? Like a kid, if you give him steamed broccoli, he's like, eh. But if you pour a bunch of butter or a bunch of cheese, fatty cheese on that, he's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So it's a very intuitive thing, because remember that the fat transports the minerals into the cells to be utilized. So it's a very important component of overall health, helps to ground the kid, helps them focus, helps them to be more satisfied with the food, less irritable, less fussy. So it's gonna make your job a lot easier if you really nourish your kiddo's body time and time again. And a great thing to add to this whole thing is to add bone broth. And bone broth, I would say you just wanna make sure that it has some amount of fatty, like gelatin in there. Don't throw away the gelatin. That is the most nourishing part. It's gonna help the hormones, bone development, and the sense of satiety, like sense of feeling satisfied with the meals. It's not gonna be hungry in like 2 to 3 hours and things like that, right? Just like a much better mood, much better focus. That's gonna be better for them in school, much better at home. It's just gonna be a much better relationship overall, not going into their own at a much better rate. So that's my tip, and this is the reason I want to really stress the importance of good fats. I'm talking about coconut oil, avocado, real lard, grass butter, yogurt with the fat. You got to keep the fat in there, right? So we got coconut milk as well. All of these different kinds of fat, tallow, are fantastic for a developing kid. All right, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you on the flip side.